In this video, I'm going to show how to fix middle back pain in seconds. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So when it comes to middle back pain, a major cause is due to a buildup of weakness and tightness in the main muscles that support this area. These muscles include the trapezius, rhomboids, and latissimus dorsi. To fix this, we're going to go over really easy exercises that will help stretch and strengthen these main muscles for both quick and long-lasting relief. And you may find some of these exercises can give relief in as little as 30 seconds. But just as a quick note, each one of the exercises works differently. They're going to target different muscles. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. So here's a really unique exercise called the figure eight, and you can do this when standing or seated. So just like the name implies, what we're going to do is trace a big figure eight, but using our elbows and moving through our back as much as possible. So we're going to start by taking our hands, putting them on the back of our head, elbows pointed straight forward. For the top part of the eight, what we want to do is make a big wide loop like this, moving through our back as much as possible, and then work towards the top. But as we work towards the top, we're going to raise and point our elbows straight upward towards the ceiling like this, arching our back into flexion. Once you get to the top, you should feel a really deep stretch forming in your upper back that works towards the middle back. We're going to hold this position for a second or two and then swing down towards the middle. So once we get to the middle, we're now going to focus on the lower part of the eight and we're going to go in the other direction. So as we make that big loop like this, we're going to start to work towards the bottom, and as we do that, we're going to round our upper back and shoulders downward, pointing our elbows towards the floor, putting the back into flexion. You're going to notice it stretches the middle back a little bit differently. Again, we're going to hold that for a second or two, complete the other loop, work towards the middle. So you want to do this is a nice fluid movement of completing that eight. And I'd like to do this 5 times, and with each repetition, trying to build into it just a little bit more. To take this one to the next level, what you can do is then go in reverse, repeating this 5 more times. But the nice thing is you're going to notice that one certain position on that eight, one certain movement, just offers the most relief. For me, it's swinging upward like this. At that point, I'd like to keep building into that movement over and over again until everything is nice and loose. Here's a really good exercise that we can do standing, and all we're going to need is a door frame. So whatever side that you're having the most middle back pain or tightness, let's say it's your right side, what you want to do is have your other side's hip facing the door frame and put your legs and feet together, spaced slightly away from the door frame. So from here, we're going to take the hand on the side of pain, reach across our body, roughly chest level, and get a really good grip on that door frame. At this point now, we're going to press our hips away from the door frame, leaning away from it. So as you do this, you're going to feel a really good stretch form in your upper back that works into the middle back. Once you feel that, hold this comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds, release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So one thing that you can also do is position your hands a little bit differently with each repetition. So raise them upward towards the ceiling like this, and you can lower them downward towards the floor. The odds are you're going to find that one position just offers the best stretch, and at that point, throw some more repetitions in. But if you want to take this one to the next level and get a much deeper stretch into the middle back, give this a try. So this time around, we're going to face the door frame, put our feet together, spaced a little bit away from it. You're going to take your arms and hands, overlap them like this, and get a really good grip on the door frame, roughly at chest level. We're going to tuck our chin towards our chest, and what we want to do is place all of our body weight onto our heels, and we're going to squat downward like this, lowering our butt down and away from the door frame. So as you squat down, the more that you're going to feel a deep opening stretch in your shoulder blades that works into the middle back. Once you feel that, hold this comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds, release it, take a breather, repeat this 3 to 5 times. Again, with this one, you can experiment with different positions of your hands. So go upward like this and also downward until you find the one position that just offers the best stretch and the most relief. So for this exercise, we're going to start seated, and whatever side that you're having the most middle back pain, let's say it's our right side, what you want to do is place that side's ankle over your other side's knee. You're going to take the hand on the side of pain and grip right on the outside of your foot and get a really good grip with this one. The movement is trying to kick forward with our foot like this, but resist against it with your hand. So as you press your foot outward, you are going to feel a really deep stretch form in your upper back that works into the middle back. Once you feel that, hold this comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds, release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. To take this movement to the next level, instead of kicking straight out, try to kick outward at the same time. So press out and then in like this. You're going to notice it targets the middle back a little bit differently. So progress into that one when you feel ready. I know a lot of people are going to have difficulty getting the foot upward like this. So if that's the case, give this movement a try instead. So what I'm going to do is just have very good upright posture. Whatever side that I'm having the most middle back pain, again, let's say it's our right side, we're just going to place that side's hand straight out in front of us, take the hand on the other side, grip right here on the outer part of our elbow. The movement is we're going to reach across our body, kind of swinging in like this, and then lowering our hand downward towards the floor. So reach out and then down towards the floor, while the hand on the other side hooks and pulls that hand further towards the floor. And you should feel a really good stretch form in your middle back. 20 to 30 second hold, relax, repeat this 3 to 5 times. And if the other side doesn't hurt, I do recommend throwing a couple repetitions in just to keep everything nice and loose. This exercise we can do in bed or on a floor. Just start on all fours like this. Have your hands roughly shoulder width apart, legs roughly hip width apart. The first thing that we're going to do is walk our hands forward until we feel a light stretch form in our upper back. Once we feel that, let's take our fingers, grip into the floor or the bed so they don't slip during this exercise. We're going to tuck our chin towards our chest and now rock our whole body backward, taking our butt towards our heels. The more that you rock backward, the more that you're going to feel a deep stretch form in your middle back. But to intensify it, just allow your chest to sag further downward towards the floor. So let's hold this one comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds. And during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Let out as much tension as you can. To release it, rock forward like this, take a breather, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So to take this one to the next level and focus on the middle back just a little bit more, give this a try. So we're going to lift one hand up and reach towards the other side as much as we can, and we're going to put our hand back down, and then we're going to rock backward. You're going to notice it stretches that side just a little bit more. So give that a try towards the right and also towards the left. If you notice any of those positions are offering more relief, at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. Here's a really good strengthening exercise that we can do daily for long-lasting relief. For this one, all we're going to need is a smooth wall. Start off by getting really close to it to the point where your chest is touching. You're going to put your palms on the wall and now slide your hands straight upward towards the ceiling. When you can't go any further, shrug your shoulders upward until you feel a deep activation of the muscles in the upper back. Hold this and now lift your hands straight off the wall. You are going to feel a deep activation of the muscles throughout your whole back, especially across the shoulder blades into the middle back. Hold this one for 5 seconds. Relax by putting your hands back on the wall. To take this one to the next level, target some more muscles. What we're going to do is slide our hands down slightly, about an inch or two, and then repeat. So we're going to slide our hands upward as much as we can, shrug the shoulders, lift our hands off. Hold this for 5 seconds, relax. And with each repetition, keep going down to the point where your hands are straight off towards your side, and also work downward towards the floor as much as you can. I try to do this for about 2 to 3 times, doing kind of like an arc like this. But you are going to find that one certain position just feels like it's the most weak or tight, like right here for me. And at that point, I like to stop in that position and throw more repetitions in until it feels like I got a really good workout, or until it feels like everything is nice and loose. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.